Yeah, well, okay. Redoing the intro. Welcome to the Daily Show. Darius, aka Milky Mills. Music's out on all platforms. I'm fucking it up again. Sponsored by Katie Sign System. They got pylon signs, trade show displays, wall murals, banners. They want it. They want it. You got it. Oh my
I'm
god.
dead.
Want it. They got it.
Yeah.
Doing this again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Terrible Bush. Okay. No, so yeah, it was basically like studios do this all the time. So for Daredevil, the new season or the new
Okay.
show,
Yeah. I remember.
rebranding it so they don't have to pay. Do you remember before when I was talking about it? We were like, it's basically that might be one of the things the writers are striking, but there's certain like bonuses that people get for multiple seasons.
Oh yeah, we did talk
For
about this.
writers,
Yeah.
yeah, they get like
Yeah.
100K for the first season,
Mhm.
250 for the second, 500 or a mil for the third. So that's exactly probably what they're doing. They
Mhm.
knew people wanted more Daredevil, but they're like, "Fuck it,
Know what's
we'll
crazy,
brand."
bro?
They start over from the beginning.
I was just about to say but if you're putting out quality content like Game of Thrones or some shit like that, then like you have no choice but to keep going, and it's like you have to pay the
Yeah.
showrunners that money. But for me, bro, like I know it was Netflix, and I know that I'm a superhero stan, but like, can you tell me a better superhero TV show than Daredevil?
Oh no, no,
No,
like for sure.
you just can't. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
like
exist. Yeah.
my buddy Scott, he like I'm getting him all caught up on the Marvel shit, and I told him about Daredevil, and he's like I've never really been a fan of that character. I'm like I wasn't either, but when I watched the show, like Punisher, if they did a better job in season two, maybe, but season two was fucking.
It
When I
wasn't
watched
bad.
it again,
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
yeah, like there was too much romance. It just, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Kate. Total side note. I don't want to leave this topic because it's a great one, but total side note. It's kind of similar, but kind of connected because you mentioned Punisher. Does does it take away like? Okay. How do I word this? Does the fact that he was like hooking up with somebody take away from like his origin for you? You know what I mean? Like for
For
me, like
for
for Punisher.
Punisher or
Yeah,
for
like for me because he was hooking up with that girl in season 2. Okay,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Fuck, man. I can't have anything, man.
This is exactly last episode, but like I
Yeah,
don't
I
care.
know,
I'm
but
good
dude,
with it.
fucking, it's nice out.
It is nice out. I don't really know his origin story, but like
No,
I don't know. I like to see the guy
friggin'
get some.
his. Well, I do too, but like his whole thing is like his family gets killed in a mob pit, and like he's like
Yeah.
and like he's hung up on his wife who's dead. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's why I think that's why season one was so fucking good. But
I think that they
and
should
so
start with that.
this is a total transition, but the guy who plays Micro in season one,
Mm-hmm.
I just watched season two of The Bear. By the way, totally forgot to do movie of the week last week, but whatever, fucking deal with it.
We'll
But
do two.
my this week is gonna be The Bear. Like
Okay.
I know I keep talking shit about I don't want to start new shows, and then I watched the fucking season two of this one, but yeah, it's delicious. Pun intended.
It's delicious.
It's like it's an R-rated cooking show, but I don't know, they make Family and Lost look like they do it really well.
Is that
Although like
with the dude from Shameless?
act, yeah, and
Lip's in that,
actually
right?
fucking Punisher's in it too. He actually plays the brother that like they lose.
Oh, John Bernthal's in it as well.
Yeah, he
Oh
plays the
wow.
older brother that like I'm pretty sure I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he like kills himself. So it's about them taking over his restaurant and dealing with his loss, and it's fucking intense. It is, yeah, it's
Oh, that
good.
is intense for real.
But like it's a dramedy, so it's also got fucking a lot of heart and
So it makes you laugh, like right when
yeah.
you're about to cry, it makes you laugh type
Yeah,
thing. Like
like
yeah.
well, when the family members are fighting and shit, or like the guys in the restaurant, some of the shit they say to each other just fucking kills you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That's
that,
solid.
that's my movie, like gonna be show of the week. But
But yeah, let's circle the block back on that original topic, dude. Yeah, I
yeah,
think that like that conspiracy has merit. like given what he just said, and then what you know, like about bonuses from getting seasons.
Yeah, like it's gotta be.
And then we watch Netflix and fucking Prime and fucking HBO just axe these really good shows
Yeah.
at season 3 because they don't want to.
Exactly.
Because like the turnaround, if you keep going, isn't
Yeah.
as good as if you cut your losses
Yeah.
right now. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Like
So,
that's what I read was like the number difference from season 3 to season 4 was such a big jump. Like it was something like 100K to 250 to 500 to like 1.5 mil or something.
you're just doubling your money. Like
yeah, it
every
was
time.
fucking, and it was insane. So for them to cancel Daredevil, piss everybody off. Like, what are all the other, like, all the other ones aren't as good. But Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
they're all capped at season 3. Like,
Also, here's the thing too. Like for Daredevil specifically, maybe it's not true. But like I think that what we're saying has merit. But like what we're like our theory here, I think that it has merit for every other show. But
yeah, well, yeah, Punisher
technically
just,
just technically because of the Netflix Marvel shows, I feel like because Daredevil's rights and all the rights to those characters, the Marvel Knights is what we're gonna call them, just so I don't have to keep saying their names, the Marvel Knights characters. They reverted back to Marvel in 2019 unless renewed by Netflix. And if Marvel offered like a substantial amount of money to Netflix on like the back end or whatever to be like, okay, don't keep the rights. Like let the rights revert back to us. We'll pay you this, or we'll give you a percentage of like all Daredevil revenue moving forward, or something. You know what I mean? Some sort of deal got struck there. But yeah, that's why that's the only reason why I think that maybe for Daredevil and all them, like that might not be the case, because people have been pushing for those Netflix people to be connected to the MCU for so long. Yeah. And remember, in season 1 of every show, they referenced the first Avengers movie.
Okay, like, oh, you're still there. I thought you froze. I thought you froze. No. My audio would just like weirdly cut out. But honestly, I don't have that good of a memory as you. I don't remember that. But
no, I'm saying, yeah, I'm telling you that happened. Yeah. So like, yeah, and in the background, this is something that only I would notice because I'm a comics guy. But there's newspapers that are framed on the wall about the attack on New York, which was like the Chitauri attack.
Yeah, that is like little shit that I'll notice. Like there were, oh, what the fuck was I just watching? Maybe it was Blue Beetle. I just watched Blue Beetle.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it for me.
I won't. It was pretty good. It definitely is like Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
Like I give it like a 6.5. The effects are fucking pretty cool. Like I want to see more of this character. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Blue Beetle's dope. Jaime Reyes is dope. He's dope. Yeah.
I love that you said his name right because they make a point of that in the movie.
Or people call him Jamie and stuff.
There's one part where somebody's like Jamie. He's like, it's Jaime, and then they still call him Jamie. He's like, okay.
It's Jaime. Yeah. A lot of people say Jamie for some reason, but it's clearly Spanish, so he's Jaime. But yeah, dude, the guy from Cobra Kai plays him, and fucking, did he have some cool moves?
I have not seen Cobra Kai, but yes, yeah.
I haven't seen it either. I just know he's in it. And I know Cobra Kai is a continuation of the Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, like, it's kind of like all I'll say, because I was like, was they use like the term symbiotic or whatever. So I'm like, just like, you know, grabbing off of Venom here, okay. But like it makes sense. It's like it thinks for itself, so they're communicating, which is pretty cool. So there's parts where he's like he doesn't know what he's doing, and then they're like, "Okay, take over." So,
well, you have to think about it. Like Venom was created in 1984. Pretty much every single, like, for lack of a better word, symbiotic relationship in comics and like movies, like, but mostly comics, like that medium, like any villain or hero that's been created that has like a sort of like 2-person dichotomy where they're like dependent on each other, that was based off Venom. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So,
well, like there's so many on both sides that
for sure. But like Venom's made in the '84, Jaime Reyes was made in the early 2000s. Like after even we were both born, Jaime Reyes was created in comics, right? So you okay, babe?
Yeah, we heard that too.
Yeah. I think she's
like we as in anybody but you.
Yeah, 100%.
That was heard on this side.
So the Scarab is obviously like inspired by Venom, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. No, and like that's because like I'm like I'll be critical of shit now, but no, I was like I fucked with it. Mm-hmm. It was like Shazam. It was very like fluffy.
Kid friendly.
Yeah. There's a couple adult jokes in there that are pretty solid, but yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I could probably bring my daughter to it, and like there wouldn't be an issue type thing. Yeah, see for me, that's not the kind of movie that superhero movie that I want to watch personally.
I know. I want to see some blood now.
I want to. Yeah, I don't want to be able to bring my daughter to it. You know what I mean? I know that superheroes are for kids, but like leave that for Marvel. When you're dropping DC movies, like let's get serious.
Yeah, true.
Let's get dark. You know what I mean? Like let's it's for adults. You know.
Fair enough.
That's we're your audience, not the kids.
Well, and we're the ones that fucking grew up with this shit. So I mean, like, not exactly. Like, it's been around for 100 years, but
still pushing 100 years. But it's still we had the renaissance of like animated shows on Cartoon Network of superheroes that like push. That's why you could actually like make an argument that like that renaissance of like, and you can throw Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade and all that shit in there, and Digimon too. You can throw that in there as well. But like, those superhero shows that we all watch, like somebody watched one of our viewers saw Justice League animated series, one of our viewers saw Batman, one of our viewers saw Spider-Man, right, from the 90s. And like that sort of like net that they cast right back then, I think that is a direct like correlation of how many fans there are of like the MCU and superheroes now. It's like you literally like
everybody had a taste. Yeah, everybody had at least a little bit of a taste.
Yes, a little bit. You got to every corner. It doesn't matter who it was, right?
Absolutely.
And they're telling their sister and brother and their kids and their parents, and they're getting everybody they can fucking into it. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like now,
priming us is a fucking good way of putting it.
They primed us.
That might be the title of this episode. Marvel primed us.
No, for real. And then you have like, I know that Marvel will never ever. They peaked, right? Like they peaked. Marvel, like it'll never ever be as good as the Infinity Saga was. Like those, like everything from Iron Man to Endgame is like the best shit ever, and you're never ever gonna recreate that.
Yeah. So with that, did you make a list of movies that you'd love to see for the first time again?
Yeah.
So obviously those Avengers, like all the Avengers movies, basically.
Okay, no, I'm actually going to be really, 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 really like high standards with this.
Okay, for me, it's at least Infinity War and Endgame.
I'm going to say Infinity. I'm going to say Infinity War for sure.
I honestly said that for you. For the first two, I forgot about them until I watched them again years later, and I'm like, I don't remember most of this.
No.
So
here's the thing, bro. I was 14 when the first one came out, Avengers, and it was sick. You muted yourself, I think. You're still. You muted yourself again.
I hit the cord out of the microphone.
Got you. Okay, you're back now. That first.
How do you know that? How do you know how old you were? Like, Jesus Christ.
Because it came out in 2012. I was born in '98. That's why. Easy maths. But
Okay, so then I was 17.
Yeah, which is also a great time to see the Avengers for the first time. But I was really, really into it. It was dope. I remember, but here's the thing: like when Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk came out, they were in the same year. I was 10. So like that was the start of the MCU right there, right?
Yeah. So, and you probably got into it right away. Like for me, I didn't really like see much of it till years later because like I didn't like Captain America. I didn't like Thor just because I didn't like the look, or like I didn't like Captain America. I'm like, why America? You're saving everybody, you fucking dick. I didn't know anything about it.
Like, that's hilarious. I'm surprised you weren't into it from the get-go because of your brother. That's why.
Well, he did try and sell it on me, but like I was such a Spider-Man fanatic, and I was such a fucking dickhead too that I was like when Amazing Spider-Man came out, I'm like, I don't even want to see it. Don't remake like good shit.
I hate
and then
that. I hate like don't be like that. I hate that.
I know, but I was a kid. I remember because I was in grade 9, I think. And my Jesse's like, it's actually solid. Watch it. So I watched it in my philosophy class, so maybe grade 11, on my iPod. And I was sitting there, fuck, this is pretty good.
It's good. It's good.
I'm trying not to react in the class. I got my headphones in, like under my fucking binder and shit. But obviously, like I have a fucking way better perspective now.
Oh, for sure.
And like Thor, I didn't like the whole until I realized he's actually hilarious.
But also that one, that first movie is the most that's actually like Thor comics out of all of the movies. The first Thor movie. That first Thor movie is the most like Thor in the comics that Thor's ever been. The rest of it is all He's not like Thor in the comics at all, to be honest. He's his own character. Like Chris Hemsworth like goes his own way with it. But
Yeah.
it's funny, man. It's funny that you say that. Amazing Spider-Man slander is the exact same as people who won't accept LeBron James being like threat to Michael Jordan because like they're just so like like obsessed with like the old original thing that they saw. They'll never ever accept that a new thing could possibly be better.
And shout out to Christian, he's that dickhead.
He is that dickhead.
I hope you see this, Christian, because I remember he's like, Toby's the only Spidey for me.
The only one. Okay, yeah, you're clearly 30 years. You're either 30 years old or more. You're clearly 30 or older.
Yeah, he's gonna laugh his ass off.
He'll laugh at that, yeah. But it's like you literally just are so threatened by the fact that like it actually is better than the first. Like I'm not saying that Toby is like Andrew's better than Toby. Like I do think that, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's just like the first Andrew Garfield movie is better than the first Tobey Maguire movie. And I'm sorry, it just is.
And because like you get to learn from previous fucking like same as like Joker's anybody, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who we're talking about. You get to learn from the previous you get to learn from previous guys if you're doing it right. But you know what I mean? Like,
but also fast forward to today, No Way Home comes out, and everyone says Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man. Where's the Amazing Spider-Man 3? It's all over the internet. It's like, well, why didn't you appreciate him in 2014 when we fucking had him? Because we would have had a trilogy. He would have been the Spider-Man that was with the MCU. He was supposed to be the Spider-Man in Civil War.
Wasn't there was something? I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Why did Andrew Garfield not get a third?
I'll tell you right now. I know why, dude. I've studied this. Like, I'll tell you exactly why right now. He's supposed to show up to a Sony like summit, like sort of like a Sony Con like presentation thing that was in like Japan, and they were gonna unveil the Amazing Spider-Man 3, and the CEO of Sony was there, and he just like said he was sick or something happened, like some sort of like scheduling mishap popped up the day of, like he canceled the day of. So then they basically fired him for Tom Holland for that. Yeah.
And after, like, at that point too, like, it's a matter of principle even for him. Like, I'm on Garfield's side. Fuck you guys.
No, I'm on Garfield's
even if he called in sick for like he was too hungover, I'm still on his side.
Well, look what happened. Like, here's the thing. You could argue this both ways, okay? First thing you could argue is that, all right, like you did maybe take a bigger W because you got a partnership with Marvel and Disney, and then you leverage that partnership with Marvel and Disney into Venom making $1 billion without even ever showing Spider-Man, which is a finesse. That's a fucking finesse.
Yeah.
Straight up. So you did that, but also you lose out on like you still could have been having like instead of Spider-Man being in the MCU like the way he is now, you could have been signing like one picture deals with Andrew Garfield to be in the MCU, but also running your own trilogy in the background, which they clearly can't do with Tom Holland. Or they would be doing it because it's just money to be made. It's Spider-Man. It's printing money. So,
you mean like two separate universes kind of thing?
Not even. No, it's just like
Spider-Man. Isn't that what they did with Holland? That's why he has a trilogy.
No, because his is firmly steeped in the MCU, man. It has Iron Man all over.
But that's what I mean. So you're talking two different stories.
Just solo Spider-Man stories that don't involve the larger anybody else that isn't a Spider-Man character would be made by Sony. And then, like, when you want to connect them to the out. Did I cut out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You cut out, but I think I got what you said. Yeah.
But, okay. You got what I said. Okay. Sorry. So basically, characters that are just owned under the Spider-Man umbrella, you do a solo trilogy with just Spider-Man characters that are published by Sony with nothing to do with Marvel. And then you only put Spider-Man in Avengers movies. Your mistake was putting Spider-Man in MCU movies because then it was all steeped in like friggin' bullshit. Like Doctor Strange is in that one, and Iron Man's in that one, and Nick Fury and shit. It's never about fucking Spider-Man, right? So
yeah, okay, that's what you're saying.
And then, dude, like every Spider-Man movie, bro, is never about Spider-Man. Straight up. The first two, but for the MCU ones, the first two are about Iron Man and all Iron Man dependent. And then the third one is just nostalgia bait. It's literally just let's throw every single other Spider-Man's villain at you for the sake of multiverse being popular right now.
But which might make another 3 more perfect, because that was what I was reading, was that was his origin story. Now that he doesn't have fucking Iron Man, Avengers, anything, it's just him. Maybe now that's what they'll do. Maybe now he'll just get 3 just Spider-Man shit.
It'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening. Like, I bet you they'll do like instead of them just making a movie, because remember when they teased the Scorpion at the end of the first Spider-Man Homecoming? Like, they'll never just make a Scorpion movie. You know what I mean? Like, just Scorpion fighting Spider-Man. Like, they'll make it so it's like Aaron Taylor Johnson like crosses the multiverse to fight Todd. Like, why? Why does it have to be so complicated? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you decided to do your bullshit over there, then do your bullshit over there that has no Spider-Man in it. Yeah. Like, stop trying to make it all fucking confusing and stuff. Like, it's so dumb. And it's funny because like the closest, like they did it with Venom, and then they freaking cock teased you. They just licked the tip. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, like he's in the no, we're just gonna yank him. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Oh, dude, I was so like when they were talking about No Way Home, and they were like, he's like, I fought an alien made out of black goo once. I'm like, are you about to bring him in for 10 minutes like you did before, you fucking assholes? And then he didn't show up. I'm like, okay. And then and then
he shows up in the post-credit scene. He did show up,
I'm
bro.
Like, now we're gonna have 2. Like, you left a little bit of goo behind, so now you're setting it up for us to potentially have 2. Like,
well, the whole Venom is like a multiversal thing. Like, they can just say that like null the symbiote god sends symbiotes to different multiverses to try and control. Like, you could make a story that's actually good out of that. But I actually read a rumor, or not a rumor. Saw that the TikTok of Sony posted Tom Hardy's Venom fighting Topher Grace's Venom. Did you see that rumor? And apparently,
no, I didn't.
But it'll be like multiversal Venom fight.
If Tom Hardy whoops his ass, I'd fuck with it.
He totally has to. That Venom's a little bitch.
Topher Grace is a fucking reject.
He's the only guy that didn't support a rapist, though. So.
Okay, well, don't make me look bad. That had nothing to do with me saying
that. No, not at all. I'm just saying, like, I'm just, you know, we're shitting on
him. I need to know. Let's go back and forth on movies you want to see for the first time.
Okay, Inception.
Okay, well, I guess I'll take that one off my list. And straight up, like, I had a few, and then I looked up. I'm like, yeah, that one. Wolf of Wall Street.
Nice.
That's one of my favorites of all time. My brother, my mom, and I watched that on the way to the States.
Oh, nice.
In the back seat of her, Brad's car. Yeah. Mom's in the middle, and Jesse and I are on either side. Mom's like, yeah, I want to watch it. I'm like, you're in for a treat. Jesse's killing himself laughing. We finished. I'm like, wasn't that a treat? She goes, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah,
yeah, it's wicked.
Tenet.
Yeah, all right. Doing a whole bunch of Christopher Nolan shit.
No, those are the only 2.
But for me, 2. Interstellar.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'd love to see Interstellar again. No Way Home, obviously. But back to you.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I know it's severely overrated, but I'm gonna throw it on there. Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Because that's a movie that when you see it already, it doesn't exactly have the same hit as it does.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second time you watch it.
Yeah.
I'd like to rewatch it the second time I saw it.
Mm-hmm. And then, just because I love it so much and I was so obsessed with it when it came out, man, fucking Batman vs Superman, bro. I fucking love Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Edition. It's like it's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
For me, yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. And going with that theme, I had Joker as an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched that on my Blu-ray like a week ago, and I'm like, fuck. I think it's been a while since I've actually sat and watched it. I've had it on in the background maybe some time before, but I'm like watching him get all like.
He's a good actor.
So good. Oh, he's so good. And seeing all the little things you read up on, like when he dislocated his knee, kicking the garbage can, and just watching, like, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch him like sit down. He doesn't wince or anything. He just sits and grabs it. Like, fuck, he's good.
I love that one. That's a great one. Yeah, Fight Club's a great one, actually. I love that one scene in Joker where like he's like laughing as he's leaving the comedy show, and then he turns the corner and stops laughing. Where he's like, and he just like, and then he just stops like super sharply, and just yeah, and then he just like stops. Yeah, exactly. I love that. That's such a funny fucking meme, bro. Like I love that scene. It was so good.
Like, all of his, that was the other thing too. Like I was talking to my uncle. Like imagine condition and just being out in public and not being able to control it, or the punch out thing too. I forgot to punch out.
Yeah, that's jokes. Yeah.
Like all these little things, he's going down the stairs and it's like, don't forget to smile, and whoosh, don't smile. Like fuck.
Like I like how like it's such a rock simple premise too, where it's just like you're just sitting there the whole movie and you're like, is he Thomas Wayne's son? Like that's the whole movie. You're just thinking, just like, is he actually like? Is like you know what I mean? Like what is happening?
Like, is he Bruce's brother?
Is the Joker Batman's brother? Like is that?
Yeah, it's like fuck. That would make a lot of sense now.
Yeah, I think why they're at odds so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would explain why it's such a fucking rival. I won't lie to you
though, bro. I do like the Riddler from the Batman's origin better than the Joker from Joker.
Which one? What do you mean?
Like Paul Dano's Riddler. Yeah, like I love that. Like I love that.
Damn.
Like
that's
what was
a
it?
Statement.
Like, renewal is a lie. Like all that shit he was saying. I love that.
You know what? We should put on our stories. We should ask fucking Joaquin's Joker or Paul Dano's Riddler.
Yeah, that's a good question actually. What do you prefer?
Or just Riddler.
Like I prefer.
That might be the title.
I prefer the Batman movie over the Joker movie, but I feel like Joaquin Phoenix. Like I'm not saying that he's better. I'm saying that the origin, like the written origin.
It's so different. Like
yeah,
Joker's just a guy who's got a bunch of fucking mental issues that goes off the rails and stops taking his meds. Like.
Well, yeah, in that one, he's supposed to fall into a vat of acid, but. Yes.
But that's what I was reading was like Todd Phillips is like, I don't want to do that. I wants to do something different. The second one should be interesting. I feel like they're either going to kill it again or totally fuck it up. What's up, girl?
No, I think that because it's a what's it called? A musical, it might fuck it up, to be honest.
No, I read that it's just there's a musical part. That's what I read. Because if it's a musical, I'm fucking out. I'll watch it, but like, no. I just read that there's just a musical part. I would love to watch the Scream movies again. Nice. Because I love the whodunits. When I watched it, I was a kid. I did not think of the possibility that there could be two killers. So when I found out there's two killers, I was like, what? And I can't remember if I was right on one of like any of them, but I love the trying to figure out who's the fucking murderer in these movies. Who does
there's a good Scream TV show out actually.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Is it the one with the twins? Is that Scream? Is that there's this Amazon Prime show where like this like girl has like she has like a lame sister, and then there's like a popular sister, and they go to a party and she swaps out for the popular sister, and the popular sister like dies or something, and she like, and it's her fault, and she like takes her place and shit, and I can't remember the name of that show.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I thought you said it was a Scream though.
I thought it was Scream, but I know Scream was on Netflix, but this was on Prime, so I know it wasn't Scream now. So I totally just went off on like a weird tangent there, but the Scream show on Netflix is good. I've watched it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty solid. I would love to see Jurassic Park for the first time as an adult in theaters.
Oh, fucking Star Wars.
Grew up with it. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember a time I didn't know all the words. So.
Yeah.
And then as for shows, fucking Shameless and Entourage. I'd love to see those two for the first time again.
Game of Thrones, Daredevil.
Look at how different we are.
We're very different. I have another one actually another TV show Power. Power, I would love to never have seen it before, and I could just rewatch all of it because I fucking love Power so much.
50 Cent
Yeah, the
produced
one that
or
I
something?
always tell you to fucking. He's in it as well. I always tell you to watch it, and you never watch it. But there's 6 seasons and a spin-off show with 3 seasons, so there's literally 9 seasons of content for you to watch. And I know you hate watching just one thing and it ends, so it's legitimately almost 10-year long spanning saga of a TV show with one ongoing story.
I still gotta watch Billions, Boardwalk Empire,
Boardwalk
Arrow.
Okay. Watch. Oh, okay. I would love to rewatch Arrow. Yeah, dude. My girlfriend, if she was on sitting here right now, would say like if she could like forget something and rewatch it, it'd be Lord of the Rings actually. But TV show wise, she fucking loved Arrow. She fucking loved Arrow.
Lord of the Rings is good too, though.
Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings is a great one. So her second pick would probably be Harry Potter, which is another good one as well. If you just had never, if you could make yourself forget it, and watch it.
Oh well, I went and saw Deathly Hallows Part 2 with Jesse and Julianne in theaters. That would be a fucking good one to go see.
Oh, dude, Deathly Hallows is so good, man. It gets so serious so fast.
Oh, dude, when I rewatched it like I don't know 3-4 months ago, and I was like, I forgot how much fucking death there is in this series.
Dude, so many people.
We were watching this as a kid. Like,
yeah, no, dude, it's just the fact that a killing curse and you don't need to show any blood or anything. Like, it's just like you can skip by the PG.
Well, and it's like fucking, he's orphaned and like, it's fucking dark the whole time.
Everybody that Harry Potter loves or cherishes, besides Ron and Hermione, like die, like straight up.
Yeah.
I know he has adult people that stay in his life, but that doesn't count. Any friend, the actual friend he makes, gets killed. Period.
Yeah. And that was like when I rewatched it again, like I don't know. Not long after, like I saw Deathly Hallows Part 2 when we were in theaters, but then seeing it again and like thinking back on like everybody, like one of the twins, Mad-Eye Moody, fucking Remus and what's her face, like goddamn man, the loss is
Sirius
Dumbledore,
Black,
Snape,
Sirius Black,
Sirius, everybody,
Cedric
like,
Diggory.
Yeah, that's why. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. Why did we watch this growing up? This is
dude, fucking Dobby. Like so many people die. Like literally, he has no one, man. It's crazy. Like
I saw something earlier and it was like,
and he still clutches. He still wins.
Yeah.
Like that's fire. You know what I mean?
And he does.
Yeah, he dies. Harry dies. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like come on. You know what I mean? Like that's fire. Like
Harry's an OG.
Harry is an OG. Harry, like, man, he won so many fights. He legit is like, how many movies are there? There's 8 movies.
Yeah,
he's
8 total.
He's 7-1 against Voldemort, straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This guy
7.5.
7.5. Yeah, half a loss. Yeah, overtime loss. You know what I mean?
Because he still came back like twice.
Still came back. Yeah.
Yeah, I also I was reading because I do show prep for the morning show for my job. And I was going through an article of like people who've encountered celebrities and who's nice and who's not. And I read that like Daniel Radcliffe is apparently an absolute fucking gem. Mm-hmm. Like apparently he's super nice, like wicked tipper, fucking yeah. I'm like, that's good to hear because usually child actors are a bunch of dickheads. So
he always seemed like a nice guy, and I've seen a couple clips from that Harry Potter reunion thing, and he seems jokes.
Yeah.
Also, if you've seen Now You See Me Too. After only seeing him in Harry Potter, it's actually hilarious to see how he acts in that movie. It's fucking crazy. Like,
yeah, that's another like. I just want to rewatch. So it doesn't even have to be first time. I want to rewatch those ones. I remember those being good. I remember wanting a third one, and they didn't. But
I don't know why. Because it's good. It's a good concept.
Bullshit, probably.
Well, also, like, how many times can they rob a place? You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like Ocean's that way. You know what I mean?
But it's also probably studio shit like that. At a third movie, what you got to pay those actors is probably astronomical. Like Jesse was telling me that one of the biggest reasons Hugh Jackman wasn't coming back was because his agent or somebody was demanding too much money, or he cost too much, and that was why it took so long. Like he's been in so many Wolverines. Or been Wolverine so many times that at that point.
No, yeah, you cut out a bit there, but yeah, I understand the gist of what you're saying. Yeah, he, like, I think that like it works better. Like here's the thing, when back then, like he was the big ticket item, right? So you could pay Hugh Jackman a boatload of money, and you could
Yeah.
afford to pay Ryan Reynolds to be Deadpool for some little small
Yeah.
sum because he was nobody back then in 2011. But now that he has his own, like, not nobody, but he wasn't as big. And now that, like, it's like a whole franchise in it itself, like Deadpool, it's like now you got to pay him and Wolverine to be in the same movie, and it's like, who the hell else are we gonna pay? Like, who's going to be the villain? Like, how are we gonna pay for? You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna have to cast some no-name fuck to be the villain because, like, we can't afford like to anybody. You know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, like this movie's gonna cost a lot of money because, like, I heard that they're staying away from CGI and going more like real set, which I'm so happy about because, like, I fucking hate how CGI is for Marvel. It's so bad. Like,
well, and like after the Flash, I know it's not Marvel,
my god, man.
Like, how do you have a fucking movie like that?
Thor: Love and Thunder though has just as bad CGI.
Yeah, but at least that's a fourth film.
Yeah, this is
his first.
This is the first and only Flash movie we'll probably ever see for like a decade. Like, and it's
or make a fucking Grant Gustin Flash movie. Like,
he's never coming back, man. Not for another. Not for another 10 years.
He should.
He said.
Well, I read that they're rallying if they do a Flash 2. The fans are rallying to get him in Flash 2. And I also, when I was watching the Flash, I didn't realize the fucking Ezra Miller made an appearance. Like, I was like, bitch, what? And then there's other shit like
Smallville. The name The Flash.
Yeah, and like in the Smallville dude shows up. Brandon Routh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Smallville. I was like, fuck.
He's not from Smallville. That's Tom Welling, bro. But yes.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. The guy from Smallville shows up in the Flash. I'm talking about a different dude. Just the Smallville. Both of them. They both show up.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like I didn't realize how many like other crossovers that they did.
That was Crisis on Infinite Earths, though. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've like, yeah.
Give me a second.
We're about done anyway. What you burning? What you burning?
Not burning anything. It's just salmon was ready. I just didn't want to fucking leave it going.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We're about wrapping up anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crisis on Infinite Earths is when they just start pulling all the TV show people.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm struggling to get to the end of season 6. I think I'm gonna do the same as you. I can't do 7 and 8. I may get around to watching season 9 to see the ending, but
season 7 and 8, I couldn't even tell you what happens, bro. I'm pretty sure it's about like the speed forces, and there's like the still force and the sage force and the strength force, and they give people powers. It's so dumb, bro. Like, it just sucks, man. It's so bad. And like Reverse Flash keeps dying and coming back for no reason. And it's just like, what the hell is happening? Like,
just because you said one time that you've been doing this for centuries.
Yeah, no, but also it's just like because we can't make any villain that you guys like, so we have to keep bringing Reverse Flash back.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's all it is,
but it's
right?
like just end it early with a fucking solid like Breaking Bad. Don't keep going just to keep going.
No. Power did the same thing too. Power ended at 6 seasons. They did 5 seasons, and they were like, "Okay, how long can this guy avoid the government? How long can he avoid being in jail for?" Like, there's no way he can. So they killed him. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the best way to, like, they just ended it. So, you know, I don't know though. Fucking Flash, like, they made their money. They were getting like 1 million viewers per episode and shit. It was fucked.
Yeah, because it was good.
No, I mean at the end, even when it was shit, they were getting like a 900K viewers on their poo episodes, bro. Yeah,
which is that is loyalty right there.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Actually, I'm gonna go further on. So we're gonna wrap up with movie of the week, but I'm gonna do episode of the week. There's one specific episode of The Bear. Hang on. Well, it's actually like, even if you want to go watch it, it's fucking well done. It's Dysfunctional Family Christmas. Jamie Lee Curtis plays the mom. Bob Odenkirk plays the stepdad. Fucking John Bernthal plays the brother.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I think Emmys or some shit. They do They do stuff for specific episodes, right?
I think so.
So yes, season 2, episode 6, Fishes, top rated, right there. Intense and heated family, and it's nothing to do with my family. My family's great, but like other people, it's just the acting in it is fucking well done. I sent you a clip of John Bernthal throwing forks at him.
Yeah, you did.
watch it
Yeah,
yet?
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
It's fucking awesome. So the whole show, but specifically season 2, episode 6, The Bear.
Okay. My movie is Brightburn.
Bro, I was weird. I just watched Man of Steel earlier, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, I want to watch Brightburn with my uncle. He's gonna set up he's gonna have this wicked setup like in this like mini home theater, and I'm thinking like that was the first movie I thought of that I'm like I want to watch that again on like a fucking good screen, and like good sound system. Like,
oh yeah.
Like 4 hours ago, dude. Seriously, I was thinking about this movie. I'm like, fuck,
that's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm
it's a good movie. I saw it in the movie theater.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's
me and my boys. We filled out all. There was like 7 of us, and I was like, dude, it's an. I sold everybody on it. I was like, yo, evil Superman movie. It's only an hour and a half. We'll get drunk and watch the Superman kill people. Yeah. They were like, yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. Let's do it. I'm like, yo, let's do that. And like all of us filled a row at Cineplex at Oakville, and it was fire. It was so fun.
The jaw scene.
Yeah, ew, bro, ew.
And you know what's funny? Episode 2 of the Daley Show. Guess what movie of the week was?
Was it Brightburn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't have a rating for it. Apparently, every other movie here has a rating except for that one.
Yeah, you need to rate Brightburn ASAP.
But I'll rate it again when
give
I
it
watch.
A B for Brightburn.
But true, The Bear I give like as a show 8.5. That episode 9.2.
Okay. Say less.
Okay. Thanks for being here, Darius, aka Milky Mills. Music's on all platforms, especially Spotify. It's been episode 31 of The Daily Show, sponsored by KD Sign Systems. They got stationery, car wraps, murals. You name it, they got it. Nailed it.
You name it, they got it.
Okay. Like and follow so I can make this a real show.
Yep. And we can get paid.